Hi guys, it's Deb the RN, and I've gotten a few projects done, so I thought maybe I'd share them with you. What you're looking at is a lace flower. Sorry about the shaky camera here. And it's lace added to wedding dress material. This is the satin from a wedding dress. This is lace added to the edge. And then here's lace from the wedding dress itself. And then there's more lace, and there's tulle, and more lace. I had no idea what I was doing. I just felt like making flowers. We had a power outage due to a motor vehicle taking out some equipment, and there isn't much you can do with no electric. So I cut material into strips and did the gathering stitch. And that was about all I could find to do in the dark with a flashlight. Anyway, I guarantee you won't find another flower being made like this from anybody else. But it was practice. It was fun. I've never made one. In the center, I cut out, the lace has a rose pattern. So I cut out two of the roses, fussy cut them out of the lace. And one I did in bubblegum pink, and the other one I did in Diane Reevely's red. I can't remember the name of it, but the bubblegum pink is on the one on the lowest one, and then the bright red is on the top. And then this is a prima flower that I added some extra color to. Oh, and underneath it is a paper flower that I actually cut out quite a while ago with my Cricut. And the paper is all, it's like a photograph, 12 by 12 sheet of paper that's like a photograph. And I'm pretty sure it was all strawberries. Or raspberries maybe, I don't remember. Anyway, the point is that I just thought it looked good underneath the flowers. And then this is a brooch dragonfly that I found at the flea market. And I pinned that to the center. And some bling that I, for some reason, thought looked good. The leaf is part of the lace that's actually connected to the bottom flower. So, like I said, it's an experiment I've never tried before. And I love vintage, so this definitely fills in the vintage category. Um, and it was fun, but boy, it sure doesn't look like the ones Fiona makes. Ha ha. Anyway, it was a good time. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with it now that I made it. So, anyway, that's my flower. Now let me move this out of the way. This, too, is another experiment. I love working with clay, and I've done clay stuff for years on a small scale. And I kept hearing about DAS, this DAS air dry clay. So when I went to get some, the only thing they had was the terracotta color. And so I thought, well, that's all an experiment and I can paint it anyway. So I went ahead and got the terracotta clay. It's interesting. I just call this my sunflower. I haven't painted it yet. I haven't done anything beyond do the molding on the clay and then let it air dry. But, oh, I think I might have sanded it a little, but it does sand really well, so you don't have to be real fussy while you're doing your wet clay phase, because once it's dry, you can just take an emery board to it and do anything you want. So that's kind of cool. So there's another flower. And then I've been doing some projects that are part of a swap. And this was an experiment as well. I know it's not going to show up on camera, but it's the metal heat duct silver tape that has a sticky back. And I put it all over. Now, right on the top of the S on the curve on the right-hand side, you can kind of see the pattern. And what I did after I got all the tape on was use stencils and a stylus kind of thing with a small head. And I went through with my stencils and etched patterns into it before I did the black paint, wipe it off, black paint, wipe it off until you're satisfied with the amount of, I don't know what you call that, until you're satisfied with the amount of silver versus black that you have. So there's leaves. I'm sorry guys, I don't have any clue how to get this to show up any better. I don't think it'll make any difference with the light. In fact, I think that might make it even worse. But there's some flowers, and on one side I did a bunch of leaves off of a stencil. And oh, there's a bunch of music notes that you can maybe see. Anyway, it was fun. Again, it was an experiment. And I really do like the metal look, and I really like it when you put the black paint over it and then wipe it off. So anyway, that was fun. And then I did another one, and it's an E. And I did it with much more of a steampunk butterfly kind of appearance. I honestly don't remember. This is clay. This is that DOS clay. And I honestly don't remember where this item is that I impressed into the clay. It's obviously a dress form. But I just can't remember. And it's got steampunk gears and that kind of stuff on it. But I just can't remember what I pressed into the clay. And I think it's really funny that I can't remember what I did that with. And then the head is a mold. And so I added it to the dress form and some chain and, you know, all of the traditional steampunk kinds of elements. The keys. But I kind of took it into butterflies. This corner is also clay off of a mold. And then that's a treatment. I think that's with the patinas that I played with on that one. So, and charms, of course, that I added to it. High heels and the bike. So, oh, and I made arms out of chain, and then little, I don't know, these are just little metal pieces that I added for hands. And a crown, of course, that I used stickles into. It's that kind that you're supposed to put. It's a crown that has the openings for the gems, but I didn't have gems, so I used stickles. At least that's what I think I used. Might have been that metal patina as well, I just don't remember. These butterflies are all cut from Martha Stewart hand paper punch. And then a bunch of clock gears and some prima flowers and some more. This is a hummingbird. So it's fairly well decorated. Underneath is wedding fabric, lace that I decoupaged to the E before I started anything else, and then I did some coloration with some spray. So that too was an experiment that I enjoyed, and I see that I lost one of my rhinestones, so I need to adhere another one back on. Anyway, that's my E that I worked on. And then the last project is a garage sale, no, a thrift store find. This, oh, what a glare. This is a flower vase. It's plastic. And this guitar is actually etched into the flower vase, and I found two of them matching. So I just had to give it a shot and see what I could do with it. So I had music paper and I sprayed it with the various colors of spray ink that I like to put together, and decoupaged the whole vase with, tearing the papers into strips. And then the guitar itself I decoupaged with tinfoil. And the colored areas that you're seeing I did with the patinas. So it was, I'm hard pressed to say whether I like it better with the patinas or if I liked it better before I put any color on it and just left it alone with the tinfoil. And then I put some clock gears with glossy accents over the top of it. And then I have some charms and old watch bands that I used. I made a charm and put on this side, and then I put another clock gear kind of thing, and some more silly charms. These have fruit on them. What can I say? Guitar players and fruit. I don't know. It's what moved me at the time. That's all I can say. Strawberries and watermelons and beads, and then a flower cap at the bottom. Anyway, I know it's silly, but it was fun. So, and then to give it some stability, I put a silver coaster that I also found at the Goodwill at the top to close off the vase, and then I found more than one of those silvers, so I put one at the bottom as well, so that because it's very lightweight plastic and it wants to tip over very easily. So I would have liked to have put some kind of weight in it, but since I'm shipping these, I decided I didn't need to add any more weight to it than, with shipping costs being as high as it is, I didn't want to add any more weight to it at this point. So anyway, those are my finished projects, and I hope everybody's doing well, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again. Have a good one. Bye.